We all know what the Power Rangers is. Team of different colors joined together to fight bad guys from taking over the world. Everybody and their mom, dad, grandparents knows instantly Power Rangers. Since it's so well known, we got a feature-length film just for us. The parents who had to sit through this got no explanation of who these teens were, why they were chosen, and maybe thinking, where are their parents? This movie was intended just for us fans who watched and played the toys and video games. I mean, the very first scene, everybody is skydiving. Why? Because they were Power Rangers, they could do whatever they want. That sets the tone for the whole movie. Since we are watching this on the big screen, everything is kicked up a notch to feel bigger, better than when we watched on the small screen. Perfect example are the suits. No longer do the Rangers have spandex, instead they have shiny armor with enhanced features for extra durability. The command center has been injected with steroids by being bigger, brighter, even Zordon and Alpha have major improvements, and all this has no explanation. We just accept it because it looks way too cool to question, so we go along. But the biggest deal of the movie is our main villain, Ivan Ooze. This guy is so powerful, he demotes Lord Zed and Rita into a snow globe and takes over their reign as in charge. You gotta admit, that's menacing since Rita and Zed are also powerful in their own right, so the Power Rangers have quite the battle ready for them. What makes Ivan Ooze even more diabolical is he doesn't even act tough, he just cracks jokes and one-liners, not even a tiny bit intimidated by the Rangers.
Yeah, we're the Power Rangers.
Woo! Where's my autograph book? Ha! Power Rangers, huh?
And that's just the beginning. He easily breaks into the command center, destroys everything, leaves Zordon to die, then makes his way out. Now if that isn't tough, I don't know what is. This is the first time we see Zordon out of his chamber. This scene got us all worried. Zordon is everything. He's the reason for our safety, the creation of our beloved Power Rangers. Without him, the Rangers are history. So what's the only plausible thing to do? Head to the planet Thanos to retrieve their powers back with the help of Dulcia, the mighty woman warrior who's wise and powerful. I wish we could have got more of her. She's knowledgeable, a fighter, helps the Rangers from the Tengu. She's a definition of bad to the bone. Well, she did fulfill her duty to get the Rangers' powers back, but she just turns into an owl and flies away, forever never mentioned or heard of again. If only we can get those deleted scenes of her released. Meanwhile, Ivan Ooze sells his purple ooze to kids so their parents can be hypnotized to help him construct his own Megazord, thus having the kids to do whatever they want. Now this kid here, you see him throughout the whole movie. We don't know who he is, where he came from, and why he's even involved in this movie. He does help convince everybody to save their parents, but still, this kid is so forgettable. I never bothered to remember his name, and I've seen this movie my whole life. All the screen time wasted on Fred. Could have put that spotlight on maybe other main stars from the show like Bulk and Skull. They're hardly in the movie. Now I know you could say the same as Zed and Rita being sidelined for Ivan Ooze, but you gotta admit, Ivan Ooze is such a cool villain. You didn't mind Zed and Rita being showcased less, so that was understandable. But this wiener kid for Bulk and Skull? No way. The only negative to me for this movie. So once we see the Rangers in their radical fight scenes and acquire their powers and Zords, they head back to Earth to put an end to Ooze. We see the Rangers fight with their Zords individually first, then come together as one. What I find fascinating is every fight scene displayed is in a different form. We see the Rangers unmorphed, then in their suits, then in their ninjetti form, then with their Zords separately, then the finale. That's 5 fight scenes jam-packed into mighty Morphin fun. So obviously our heroes win and save the city, destroying Ivan Ooze, and having Lord Zed and Rita back in power, but I always hoped Ivan Ooze would be back for part 2. I know he was destroyed, but he was such a cool villain, he had to make a comeback. Having getting kicked in the nuts is not a proper way for anybody to go. When a second Power Rangers movie was released, I was stoked maybe Ivan would be back, but we all know how much of a disappointment that turned out to be.